Golden Knights wild, Mario. I'm getting a little bit worried about the Vegas Golden Knights. They've lost their last two. They allowed the Wild to come back, and because of that, Mario, there will be the first and so far only Game 7 so far this playoffs in the first round. I'm a little bit worried for the Golden Knights, but let's just get to the stats anyway. The Wild won this game 3-0. They forced a Game 7. It's going back to Vegas. It's going to be on tomorrow at 9 p.m., so make sure you go check that out. So far, it's the first Game 7 so far, and so far it's the only one. So let's get to the stats real quick, Mario. I'll start off with the Wild. Kevin Fiala had himself a goal and assist and 2 shots on goal. And Ryan Hartman and Nick, excuse me, guys, I'm going to butcher this one. Bjugstad, yeah, they both had goals. Jared Spurgeon, he had himself 2 assists. Zach Praise, Nico Strom, and Matt Zuccarello all had an assist in this game. And Cam Talbot saved all 23 shots made by the Vegas Golden Knights. So he had a really good game, Mario. Overall, the Wild played really good. The only thing I can point out to for the Vegas Golden Knights, Mario, is Marc-Andre Fleury. He only had 21 saves out of the 24 shots made by the Minnesota Wild, which is a save percentage of 87. Now let me go to the box stats for both teams, Mario. Wild had 24 shots. Golden Knights had 23. Face-off percentage, the Golden Knights won this one, Mario, 56.3%. Wild also had 43.7% at the face-off. Power plays, the Golden Knights only had 1 and didn't make it, and the Wild made their only power play goal. So I got to give them credit for that. Both teams had 9 penalty minutes. Hits-wise, the Wild had 25, and the Golden Knights had 18. Blocks-wise, the Wild had 18 and the Golden Knights had 11. Giveaways, the Golden Knights had 2 and the Wild had 4. And takeaways, the Golden Knights had 3 and the Wild had 17 takeaways. I got to give credit to the Minnesota Wild. They're keeping their season alive. They won the last 2 games. They're avoiding elimination. Now you're going to Game 7 with all this momentum. And it's in Vegas, which, by the way, I should mention, Vegas has never won a playoff series in Vegas. My advice to the Wild, take that to your advantage. And then just get beat by the Avalanche. But then again, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. But if I'm the Vegas Golden Knights, here's my problem with the Golden Knights, okay? I think they're getting too cocky. I really do think they're getting too cocky. They did the same thing last season against the Dallas Stars in the Western Conference Finals, Mario. Did the same exact thing. I think they were up in that series like 2-0 or something like that. And they allowed the Dallas Stars to come back and win that series. They were getting way too cocky, Mario. They really were. And I think that's exactly what's going on here too. So if I'm the Vegas Golden Knights, I need to put my foot back on the gas and win Game 7 so I can at least put on a thriller against the Colorado Avalanche, or at least I hope that's what can happen. As for the Minnesota Wild, they're doing a really good job, Mario. Both teams weren't really that aggressive with their shots. But there's a couple of things worth mentioning. Wild got to win their face-off percentage. That's something they have to do. They didn't give the puck away all that much, both teams, so credit to them. Takeaways, Mario, that was a big contributor to why they won this game. They were taking the puck away from them, and they were taking advantage of that. 17 takeaways. They did a really good job with that, Mario. But yeah, other than that, Mario, there's really not a lot that the Wild did wrong this game. Aside from the face-off percentage and the 24 shots on goal, they did a good job. They really did. And if I'm going into Game 7, I gotta take that momentum away from the Golden Knights. You know what I mean? It's Game 7. It's on their home rink. So if I'm the Wild, I'm doing whatever I can to win the series and face Colorado, or do the best I can to face Colorado. Same thing with the Golden Knights. If I'm the Golden Knights, I need to play better. I need to put the foot back on the gas and beat the snot out of the Wild in Game 7 and face the Avalanche and put on a show against them. So whatever happens between both teams, I do wish them the best of luck. Game 7's on tomorrow night at 9 p.m. So make sure you go check that out. It's going to be in Vegas. So Vegas is going to be popping tomorrow night. It usually always is popping because it's Las Vegas, But best of luck to both teams, Mario, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, when we first talked about the series, and I said it was going to be a Vegas sweep. The Wild said, "Shut your mouth and watch us go Game 7." And I had to shut my mouth and watch them go Game 7. I didn't think this was going to go to Game 7. After the Wild won the Game 2 and 3, I thought this was going to be. I thought this was going to be Vegas in 5. I thought I was going to get it wrong by one game, but I was wrong. You know why? Because the Wild are actually putting up a really good fight, Nate. Okay, takeaways. I feel like that was the biggest advantage for the Wild. And we talked about this. The Vegas when we first predicted this series, Nate, the Vegas was, I think, top 5 in offense and defense. They're not acting like top 5 in neither one of those categories right now. Past 2 games, they have not been that great. Okay, Marc-Andre Fleury is a big part of the reason why they've been losing. I like the guy and everything, but again, 87.5 is better than what you did last time, but that's not going to cut. That's not going to cut it. Okay, and this offense, man, sometimes they just slack off. And I don't want to use the word cocky, maybe overconfident, maybe underestimating them possibly. But again, I think it comes down to the Wild just again being the more dominant team. 25 hits against 18. You have 18 blocks compared to their 11, and then 17 takeaways compared to their 3. Well, defensively, the Wild are the most dominant team right now. They showed their dominance on that ice in Game 6. Now you're going to go to Vegas in Game 7. And you could take away the fact that, like, Vegas has never won a series in Vegas. But again, every year is different. You never know. If I'm Vegas, you got to get better offensively. This game, you really got to fight. You got to get better offensively. Okay, get these guys involved. Like, oh my God, I don't know what's taking them so long. Seriously, guys who have been helping you in this series. Martinez has been doing a good job. Mark Stone has been doing a good job. Okay, and then Tuck, he's been doing a good job. And then there's other guys that just haven't showed up that need to. Carlson, where the hell has he been? Marchessault, I haven't seen him since like Game 1. He probably had like one goal in like one of the latest series, but he hasn't been showing up. Okay, Vegas Knights are just not showing up, Nick. That's the problem. They're not showing up, and because of it, the Wild are capitalizing, and it's going to go to Game 7 when it shouldn't have gone to Game 7. If I'm the Colorado Avalanche, I'm laughing at both these teams. I am, because it seems like when one, all right, and the other thing is the goalies. It seems when Talbot's doing good, Fleury's not, and it seems like Fleury's doing good, Talbot's not. Okay, that's the problem. Goalie play has not been consistent between neither one of these teams. Past 2 games, Talbot's done a great job. That's the little consistency they've had. Games 2 and 3, Fleury did a good job. All right. I'm sorry, not games 2 and 3. There was one game where Fleury had a bad game and the offense helped him out. I can't remember what it was, but
I think it was Game 3 or something like that. I had
all
Game
right,
3 or
fine.
4.
1 and 2. All right. The only game where both goalies did a good job was Game 1. Okay, and the other ones it just didn't turn. It just wasn't the same. Talbot did a decent job in Game 2, but it wasn't a Fleury job. So if I am the Minnesota Wild, do defensively what you did in this game. Be more dominant. Okay, because they were more dominant defensively than the Golden Knights in this game. If I am the Golden Knights, get your offensive members involved. I haven't seen William Karlsson. Where is he? Get him involved. I haven't seen Marchessault in a minute. Get him involved. You know what I'm saying? Get these guys involved. Carrier, get him involved. Get your offensive weapons involved and do what you need to do to win this game. This next game, Game 7. Game 7, it's win or go home now. And I'm going to definitely watch that Game 7 between the Knights and the Wild, because I want to see exactly what happens. And last but not least, both goalies need to be consistent. Okay, I know all those factors can't happen. One of those factors is not going to happen, but those are the factors to win. For the Knights, you need to get more. You need to be more involved offensively. For the Wild, you got to keep doing what you're doing defensively, being dominant. And at the end of the day, it's going to come down to I think 3 things. Okay, can the Golden Knights be good offensively? That's 1. Can the Minnesota Wild be dominant defensively? That's 2, which only one of those things are going to happen in Game 7. And last but not least, okay, between these 2 goalies, Fleury and Talbot, which one's going to have the better game? That's what it's going to come down to right there. Okay, simple as that. So with that being said, I wish the Wild and the Vegas Knights the best of luck. Like I said, if I had to pick a team that I wanted to win this whole like Stanley Cups, it'd be the Vegas Knights, because I do like them. Not as much as the Blue Jackets, but I do like them. So with that being said, regardless, I do like the Wild as well. They're connected to Minnesota Vikings. And so again, they showed some love to my team. So I like the Wild too. So with that being said, best of luck to both teams. Game 7 is win or go home. It's going to be in Vegas. I think that's going to be a great game, and we'll see what happens, Nate.